All right, good evening, everybody. It's about 9 o'clock. Long day of work, train, take care of the 8-year-old, always busy. I'm about a day late, dollar short on this video. I think I posted a picture of it the other day of a supplement stack that I utilize for health purposes. And I was going to post it that night. Life, 8-year-old intervened. I didn't get time to do this. And so I'm doing it now, playing catch up. So before I get started, and first of all, I'm Forge Fitness Center, rocking that. I've been in the bodybuilding world for quite some time. And I've seen a lot of phases and fads come and go over about the 10 years I've been involved in this. One of my favorites that I have seen over the past 3 or 4 years. Now it's a catch-22 for me. This is where you see these bodybuilders that now are online, the fitness heads that are talking about, I'm in a health phase. One part of me, I do like it because at least it is a cognizant effort that these folks are taking to look into their health and try to rectify any problems. The sport, if we call it that, bodybuilding is a very restrictive nutritional lifestyle. Your diversity of food is usually limited. You're either eating a lot of food to be in a surplus to gain muscle tissue, or you're in a really severe deficit to try to drop body fat but maintain that. Your training, cardio is either high or low. However you do it, there's always strain on the body, right? So I am glad to see there's a movement in bodybuilding where people will say, I'm in my health phase. I'm trying to, give my body a break, so forth. So that's the positive side. The negative side that I don't like about it is that insinuates to people that you shouldn't monitor or do things to help your health all year round. 52 weeks a year, 7 days a week. I've always been a believer that you monitor your health judiciously all year long. There is no phase for health. Granted, we all take certain concessions we make when we prep. Of course, being that hungry and tired and all the cardio, your body's not necessarily in a healthy state. We take that hit, but that does not mean that I do not still implement my program to keep my body as healthy as I can be. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I hope when we go through this video, it will help you guys understand that yes, we will put our body in a less than ideal position, but that doesn't mean you have to push it further than what it needed to be. There's certain supplements I take that are health oriented that can help keep your body out of certain positions, right? And longevity is the name of the game. There's a lot of divisions in the sport now, and that's fine with me. It gives everybody the opportunity to kind of draft and create the body they want. But for some of us that are in the men's open, it is a prolonged, it's a marathon. You don't build a 240-pound physique overnight. It's years and decades of work for most people. And it's a lot of stress on your body. So I'm in it for the long haul. I know I have more years behind me competing than I do forward, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to make the best of it. So that's my little soapbox. Monitor your health 24/7. I've got about 10 supplements that I do every day, all year round, in an effort to target very key essential functions of the health of my body, right? So I put all the time and energy into, and I learned this a while back, into making sure all my macronutrients were right, which is your carbs, proteins, and fats. My training was on point. My supplementation to gain size and get in shape was on point. And then at some point I realized I was missing a whole component of what it was to be a functioning operational bodybuilder, which was the micronutrients, right? These are all your vitamins, minerals, essential fats, all this stuff that also goes into play. The best way I can say this is prior to me starting this health support system regimen probably 6 years ago, I mean, I made progress. My body made progress. I got bigger and I was competing, I was advancing. But to me, it wasn't as optimal as what I thought it could be. And I wasn't sure why, but at this point where I'm a little older, smarter, less cavalier with my health, I've realized that your body is very much, if you are an athlete, it is very much what I would say like a high-end sports car. I can have the fanciest body and motor all I want, but what I put in to fuel and support that engine is going to dictate how the body runs, right? So my health support regimen is broken in to supporting the big major functional health areas of the body. Heart and circulatory, I'll cover some of the stuff I do there. Liver, kidneys, overall, micronutrient, cover my bases there. And digestion, that's a big one. So funny, I forget that one every time. All right, so we're going to start with digestion. This is what I do. This is an organic superfoods probiotic. I get it off of Amazon. It has a lot of your micronutrients in it. It's got your vitamins, your minerals. There's no fat content in it. It's got fiber. It's got all these type of things. But my key reason that I utilize this is for the probiotics. The size of a competitor obviously dictates the quantity of calories they have to consume, right? And my metabolism's high. My coach, Justin Compton, would tell you that I ate a lot of food when I'm at my peak weight at about 280-ish pounds, right? So my body needs help. It needs help digesting that food. And that is really big to me because another part of the sport that I'm not crazy for is this, I know it comes with the game, but this distended midsection, right? There's a lot of theories of how that goes on, but I can tell you firsthand, one of the major reasons is just pure calorie and food volume. Your body is very effective. It will adapt. But when you are eating in the neighborhood of 6,000-7,000 calories, that is a lot of food, and your body's not going to process that quickly. So I do this. I do 2 scoops of this, 2 servings every day. The first one is first thing in the morning, which we're going to talk about what I mix it with. As soon as I wake up, I come into the kitchen. This is what I'm mixing up. I put another product in with it to target another area of my health that I worry about or that I maintain. And then the other one I actually drink with my branch chains for my intra-workout shake. And I'll get to that in just a second. But that's the 2 times I take it. It gives me plenty of probiotics. It keeps my digestion optimal. I've gained over 100 pounds as a competitive bodybuilder. That's not an ego thing talking. I'm going to make a point. And over the past 6 years, being very attentive to my probiotics and my fiber intake, which I'm going to talk about next, I have not gained a single inch on my waist over the past 6 years, and I've gained in the neighborhood of about 80 pounds. So the proof is in the pudding, as they say. I'm not special. I don't have some elite genetics. I have okay genetics, but my superpower, if you will, is A, my ability to educate myself, and B, I have very good mentors over the years that have helped me learn all this stuff. So I'm trying to pass that on to you guys now, so maybe it'll save you some headache. Next, we're going to talk about, I just mentioned I mix that up first thing in the morning. 2 things. Got my branched chain amino acids. This is a hydration packet. Prime makes this one. It's in the same neighborhood of the Drip Drop, the Liquid IVs, all those type of hydration packets. I mix that in first thing in the morning with my branch chains and the probiotic. The reason I do that, so the branch chains, I do branch chain amino acids. It's the 3 essential amino acids, valine, leucine, isoleucine, that your body cannot create those on its own, right, out of protein sources. So I implement that. But I've also found that in some way, I don't have any clinical study on it, it does seem to help my hydration level. So it might have something to do with the recovery, but I do 5 to 10 grams in the morning of that. I do 1 stick of the hydration packet, and I put my probiotics in. I mix that up as I'm getting ready for work and getting the kid up, and I drink that before I drink anything else. I like to start with 1 big glass of some type of hydration fluid in the morning. You fasted all night, haven't drank anything, haven't eaten anything, you're naturally going to be a little dehydrated. That's how I start the day off before I start my huge intake of coffee throughout the day. That'll come at another video. So those are the 2 things I do there. Hydration, look, water's great. I'm not going to stir any feathers, but the truth is water is not the best hydration fluid that we can do. It's if it's good water, it doesn't have really anything in it. You really need, in conjunction with your water, you need some electrolytes, some amino acids, different things, that potassium, all these things are going to further your hydration, right? So don't rely solely on water. I prefer some of these. Worst case scenario, Gatorade Zeros, Powerade Zeros, I'd recommend those if you're a little bit more on a budget, right? I would recommend those 1, 2 a day. That way you're not, I said Gatorade and Powerade Zero, it doesn't have the calories in it, but it does help with hydration. So that's those 2. My next one is heart health, circulatory, right? So my 2 big ones for this, omega-3 fatty acids from a fish oil. Take 4 of those a day, so that's 8,000 milligrams, 8 grams of the essential amino acids. The other thing I couple that with is CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. That one's utilized often a lot more for effective body fat loss and composition, but I do like the fat content and the amino acid, or excuse me, not amino acid, essential fatty acid profile it carries with it. And obviously the omega-3 fish oil, that's a big one for me. Cholesterol is a huge deal for me. I maintain it. I watch it like a hawk, simply because of the food choices that I utilize, right? So in my off season, I eat a lot of eggs. I eat a lot of red meat, right? Primarily beef for a little while. That can, the rest of it would be chicken, turkey, things like that. But even lean sources of animal protein will still have a negative impact on your cholesterol levels. And I eat a lot of it. Even though for the bulk of the year, I think I've mentioned this in previous posts, I'm a big fan of wild game. It's as natural as it can get, or as organic as it can get. So I only really eat beef, usually averages out to about 5 months out of the year. So I stock venison all fall, and then I eat that throughout my preps and so forth, because it's extremely